In a rather interesting occurrence, former Beatle Ringo Starr released a statement saying that he has absolutely nothing to do with the Rory Storm and the Hurricanes tracks that were discovered earlier this year. The tracks are set to be released next week, and the drummer stated that when these were recorded, he was already working with the Beatles and therefore is not on the tracks in any way. In truth, it's a bit hard to prove one way or another just because of when these were done, but the fact of the matter is, with a statement like that, it's certainly not going to help sales. Also this week, a federal court rejected the appeals of a Minnesota woman who was fined nearly $250,000 for illegally downloading 24 songs nearly 6 years ago. The appeal stated that the fine of a bit over $9,000 per song was a bit excessive, but the court disagreed. This is just one of the nearly 20,000 cases that the RIAA filed against file sharers, and it's expected that this case will next be heard by the US Supreme Court. In other news, to those of you who've been panicking that the world is going to end this year, well, you were right. As proof of that, it was announced this week that the forthcoming album from Avril Lavigne will feature none other than her new fiance, Chad Kroeger from Nickelback. You can go ahead and rip off your ears and run for your fallout shelters now. In another story that really makes you question your faith in humanity, so-called musician Nicki Minaj stated earlier this week that she was playing a character when she endorsed presidential candidate Mitt Romney earlier this month. Since the incident, she's been getting quite a bit of heat from her fans, and she came out and formally said that she supports the sitting president and that apparently it was a joke. Regardless of the truth behind this situation, if you get your political commentary from a so-called pop star, you seriously need to take a look at how you make big decisions in your life. And finally, because he's been in rare form as of late, I want to end this week's news segment with another phenomenal quote from Noel Gallagher. When he was asked about the possibility of an Oasis reunion at any time in the future, he said he wouldn't reform the band, quote, even if all of the starving children in the world depended on it. Strangely enough, he later said in that same interview that nobody gave a shit in that band about the fans. Folks, if you've ever wondered how to masterfully wreck a career, keep an eye on Noel Gallagher. He's giving lessons. So that's the news for this week. Be sure to check back here every single Friday so you're always the first to know, and be here every day for all the music news, reviews, and knowledge you'll ever need.